Can you hear
Hello?
me?
Oh, yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm not sure how many people are actually supposed to be on this meeting because I didn't count.
Oh, okay.
So do that volume a little bit. So we'll just wait for some more people to show up. And Brian and Michaela, y'all need to unmute yourself if you can hear me. Let's see. I guess it looks, there you go.
There we go.
There we go. All right, I need to change my view here. Let's do gallery. There we go. I like that better. Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you sitting in that chair? I'm lazy. You lazy? Y'all, I apologize. I've been drinking Dr. Pepper, so if I get weird looks on my face, I'm just trying not to belch really loud. That's all. Y'all don't want to hear that. Sarah, you look awesome.
Thank you.
So proud of you. Look at you, girl.
I'm down 60 pounds.
That's amazing. Feel good?
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah, good.
yeah,
That's awesome.
it's a it's a new lifestyle, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it'll be like this every once in a
Yeah,
while, but it definitely makes you feel better. So
yeah.
that's awesome. That's so cool. All right. I know we're gonna have more people, hopefully. Um, I probably should have had everybody like respond to me that they were whether or not they were gonna be on the call.
Yeah.
So I would know. But we got like 2 minutes till one, so we'll give it some time. Couple minutes. How's y'all's summer going so far?
Just work. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're up in Oregon right now, so we're schooling off.
that's nice. Is it that
Yeah,
much cooler there though?
yeah. What is it out right now? 85.
Oh my gosh, that's not
It's
fair.
perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
That's not fair. Yeah.
Yeah, all our family warned us. They're like, it's really hot, and we're like, I think we can handle it.
Oh, that's so nice of them.
Yeah.
Goodness. Jeez. Yeah, it's actually a little cooler this week, I think, than it was last week. So,
Okay.
like 2 degrees cooler. So it's 105.
Yeah.
But
Right.
we had a cool breeze out there today.
Oh,
We do the summer camp and the pool, and so we're outside for like 2 hours under the umbrella. The kids, they don't care. But
yeah.
there was a cool breeze every once in a while. It wasn't actually too bad, but the water in the pool is like 92 degrees. That's,
Oh,
that's so gross.
yeah.
And they do like make comments about, oh, the water's really warm. It feels like a bath. Sorry. Yeah.
So
I've
funny.
got that black pebble tech, so thank God. Oh goodness. Well, surely we're gonna have somebody else show up. No? Oh, they're
We'll
late.
see.
But we are recording, so just in case they don't show up, I'm gonna post it on the page too.
Perfect.
Well, um, You know, should we wait a couple minutes?
No, I don't think we should wait at all.
Ruth doesn't think we should wait at all, so we're gonna get started.
We only have 5 minutes.
Snooze
on
to
each.
lose.
We only have
Yeah.
45 minutes on the Zoom call because I don't pay for Zoom, so there's. So since everybody's here now, I guess the first thing I want to say is welcome and welcome back to the Prodigy family. So we're excited about this year. The new year is always
Interesting.
interesting. It's exciting, and it's we get a little anxious with, you know, new families, new kids, but it always ends up being amazing, and we create great relationships with everybody. So we are excited. But okay, so I'm just kind of get right to it. If anybody has any questions while I'm talking about anything, just let me know and I can answer anything. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is payments. So invoicing, you guys are in ProCare now already. Your invoice will come, I think it's 5 days before it's due. So it's due by the 1st of every month. You'll see it in your email. It'll come from ProCare. But you will pay either Zelle, Venmo, PayPal to avoid any fees. So you'll get the invoice through ProCare, but pay with your pay app. And so you'll see that every month. And then you have your running total and everything on ProCare that you can see at any time. So if you go in there and you see something weird, please ask me questions. Sometimes I get weird and I don't do things right in there since we do it through the app. So if there's anything like that, just please let me know. Hi, Marianne. So, okay, so that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions about payments? No.
Nope.
Or I try to make that as easy as possible so there's no questions. Okay, cool. So drop off and pick up. So the way that we do our drop off and pick up is you will drop off at the front door. We will have sign up sheets probably in the next week or so for drop off and pick up times. So we want you guys to park in the driveway so that we're not taking up the street. So we do like 5-minute increments. You'll sign up for a time and just try to stick to the time. I mean, it's been working the last 2 years pretty well, and we haven't really had any issues. Every once in a while, it gets a little bit backed up, so you might have to circle around. But for the most part, I think it's been going pretty smooth. So we'll send those signups out. So you'll park in the driveway, unless you have a kiddo, and this is usually pre-K, who wants to walk up to the door all by themselves. We've had kids or moms stop right at the walkway, and the kids will get out of the car themselves and walk up. So you can just be right in the street and go. But that's usually for the older kids, maybe about halfway through the year. And we're always sitting in here. So, you know, we'll have them come in. I usually see you and wave the door, things like that. Otherwise, you'll park in the driveway and then you'll come drop them off at the door, say goodbye at the door, hugs and kisses at the door outside, and let them come in by themselves. We want you to try to make it as quick as possible for 2 reasons. 1, so you can get out of the driveway for the next parent, and 2, for their sake, out of sight, out of mind. So if you do have a kid that might have some separation anxiety, which can happen at any point in the year, honestly, it's easier for you to say goodbye and then take off. We're used to this. This is what we do. We've got it. If they need a hug, I'm here for all the hugs. You know, we'll take care of it. I'll snap a picture and send it to you, let you know they're okay. All right. So drop off at the door. Don't take things out of their bag for them. Don't try not to carry any of their stuff up for them. This is their bag. It's their job. We want them to learn the independence on doing everything themselves. Some kids just have that wired in them, and some kids want you to do everything for them. So we will be with you to help them learn how to do that themselves. So they'll come in and they'll put their things away. Pickup will be at the RV gate outside. So every day we go outside at the end of the day, unless it's raining. If it's raining, we will text you in ProCare so you know to pick up at the front door. Otherwise, you will pick up at the RV gate. It'll be open, so you'll see that we're outside, and you'll just come grab them from there and take off. The other thing that you will use ProCare for is signing in and out on the app. And I have a video on the Facebook page that I will bring up to the top of the page, or there may be a link to it. I can't remember, but we'll get that to you. That shows you how to do it. If you can't figure it out yourself, I'm happy to help you. First day, first week, whatever. But we do want to try to get the sign in and sign out every single day, to keep track of their attendance and everything, specifically around August and February when the state comes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they check that when they're here. So, but for our sake, we like to know, if a kid has been missing a lot of days and you have questions about, well, they're not getting this or they're not getting that, and we can say, well, they're not here. So that kind of helps us. And it also helps us just to know, maybe if they are lacking in something, this is why they just haven't been here, which is fine. It happens. I'm not throwing shade on anybody. So we did signups, parking, to keep the, parking thing under control as well. If you have questions for the teachers, or if you want to talk to another parent, please don't do that at drop off and pick up. That just keeps you in the driveway longer, and it creates more traffic. So we are happy to talk to you. We can schedule a time, or we can do a Zoom call or whatever. But drop off and pick up is not a great time to do something that's involved. That would keep you here for more than 2 minutes. So try to make that as quick as possible. Sign in, sign out. Okay, that's pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions about drop off, pickup? Cool.
Nope.
Attendance in general. If your child will not be here for the day, please let us know. You can send a message on ProCare, and it goes to both of us. That way, if, whatever we have planned, we just know they're not going to be here. That is important to us. We want to know if they will not be here. So please try your best to let us know. On that note, if you tell us in advance when they're not going to be here, expect a text from me, because I won't remember. Even if it was in text, I will probably still text you, hey, where's so-and-so? Because that's who I am. So there's that. But ProCare is where you want to send those messages. We do also have both of our private numbers on the parent handbook, if you ever needed to get a hold of us that way at all. On the attendance note as well, and we can talk about our sick policy again, we want them in class. So if they have a slight cough, or they have a little bit of a runny nose, well, guess what? That's pretty much this age. Not a big deal. We have a ton of tissue, and we teach them how to cough in their chicken wing. They never do it, but we still teach them. But we want them in class. So if they're not running a fever and they're pretty much acting normal, just drop them off. Okay. But if they're being weird and they're being weird, yeah, you can keep them at home. We don't want them for that. But we do want them here as much as possible. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions about sick policy? No. Okay. Birthdays. I need to go through and put all their birthdays on my calendar. But what we did last year was if we have more than one birthday in a class, we will designate one day for those kids to bring treats. That way we're not doing a birthday like 5 times a month, because that can be a little much. So I will try my hardest, and I did pretty good all year long last year, texting the parents of kids with birthdays for that month saying, this is the day we're going to do it. Does this work for you? If I haven't reached out to you and you want to know what day to bring treats, feel free to reach out to me. No problem. As far as treats go, the least messy possible is fantastic. They're all messy with everything, but like cookies are easy. we've had parents bring like frozen treats and stuff at the end of class, and they do those outside. That's worked pretty good. But like donuts are usually pretty good. But like cupcakes, that's probably the worst because they get everywhere, all over them, all over the floor. So do your best. Also, I know that not right off the top of my head, we do have some allergies in some of the classes. So if that's an issue, I will let everybody know. But if you can remember too, to ask on any kind of treats that you want to bring. And we have like parties and stuff too, that we'll sign up for treats if you want to bring a treat. We'll address the allergies on that as well. But as far as the birthdays, you can bring a treat. We don't make a huge to-do about it. We usually do it during snack time and we say happy birthday. But we don't do like, we have a birthday hat. So we let them wear that if they want to wear that. But we don't do like a full day of birthday. You can do that at home.
Yeah.
You can send, oh, that's actually something I should probably address. Invitations if you're having a birthday party. If you want us to pass them out to the kids, everybody has to get one. If you only want to invite select kids, you need to take care of that on your own end. I will say this too, especially in the older classes. It's always everybody's birthday every day. Like I don't know what this is about this age group, but it's like, I'm not going to invite you to my birthday party, or do you want to come to, and it's like their birthday's in, like 6 months away. So if you are having a birthday party and you're only inviting a couple of kids to the party, just know your kid's probably going to talk about it during class.
Yeah.
It's probably safer just to invite everybody.
Sorry.
Or not, or nobody.
Yeah.
But it is a thing. I don't know what it is, but every year it's a thing. They are just consumed with the birthday.
How many kids are in a class?
10.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 10 in the preschool class, and then in the morning class for pre-K, there's 9 right now. We still have 1 spot to fill. And then the afternoon pre-K, we have 7, I think, right now.
Yep.
But
So is 10 then the
most.
maximum?
10 is the max.
Okay.
If your child has some kind of allergy where they need like they have an EpiPen or inhaler or something like that, that is the only kind of medication that we will administer. So anything that's like for a cold or no, we don't do that. But if they do have that kind of medication, it needs to be in the original box with their name and instructions and all that information on it. And then I think there's like a medical form too that you have to fill out. So if you have that, we need that information. What do they need when they come to class? They need a full-sized backpack, not one of those little tiny cute ones. I know they're super cute, but just a regular size one, because we give them a folder and we want the folder to fit in there without it having to be folded up, because it just stays nicer for the year. So a full-size backpack. They need a water bottle every day, water only. Please don't put juice or anything in there besides water. They knock them over. They leak all the time. So anything that's going to cause sticky or anything like that, we want to avoid that. Also, we probably don't need the extra sugar. So water only. And they will have their water bottles with them at their desk all day, so they can drink as much water as they need to. Put their name on their water bottle. That way we don't have to ask them if it's theirs. We know. We usually, I don't think we've ever really had anybody that's had the same water bottle, honestly, maybe once or twice. But name on the water bottle helps. Have a change of clothes with underwear that is weather appropriate in their bag. So when the weather changes, make sure you check that. Probably a good idea to check the clothes situation in their bag every time they come home. It may not even be like a pee accident. It could be something we did in class and they just got dirty. It could have rained the day before and they sat on the bench that was wet, and they wanted to change. Anything can happen. But my children are now 15 and 11. So their clothes won't fit your child's. Not anymore. It used to be a thing. It is not a thing anymore. So please try to make sure that your child has a change of clothes. If you do have one that is still sort of working on potty training, a couple of pairs of underwear and pants, probably a good idea, just in case. So we will supply the folder and all of the other supplies in class. You don't need to buy any kind of supplies. But you do need to pack them a snack.
Yes.
Healthy snack.
Huh?
Healthy snack.
A healthy snack. Yes, we're going to get into that. What to bring? Something easy, something they can eat quick. Our snack time is 10 minutes. And they like to talk. So
Yeah.
something that they can eat and sit and talk. Definitely, if you can do something more on the healthy side, we don't want, to overload them with sugar at snack time because it's pretty early on in the day. And then I have to teach math. Please don't do that to me. I'm not joking. We do meditation after snack time, but still. One thing too, we've had some issues with kids like, I don't want this for my snack. Well, that's what your mom packed you. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. So maybe have them involved in packing the snack so they know what they're getting. Sometimes that doesn't matter either, but they know what they're getting in snack, so they don't have to worry about it. You'll probably get comments from them too coming home. So and so had this for their snack. I want this next time. So just so you know, that's been a thing since we have stopped providing snack and everybody does not have the same thing. But also the containers that you send the snacks in. So this isn't as big of a problem for the older kids. So specifically for the 3-year-olds, but probably just in general. Make the containers that you send them in pretty easy for them. Ziploc bags, that's the best. If you have like granola bars or something that's in a package, either teach them how to open the stuff at home or maybe just open it, put it in a Ziploc bag. We don't mind helping them open stuff, but if we have all 10 kids that need stuff to be opened, it just takes longer. And then they have to wait and they're walking around with food and things like that. So something that's easy for them to open, close, put away. The bento boxes have been huge. I don't mind them, but I will say this. Some of them, when you open them, they really snap open and the food goes everywhere. That was definitely a thing, especially with our younger kids last year. And even the zipper things, you'd be surprised, like they can't get the zippers open and closed. So practice at home if they're going to have that kind of stuff. We don't care if they have that kind of stuff. It's just a lot easier if they are able to do those things themselves and quicker. Specifically, I have on here like fruit cups and stuff that has like syrup. Please don't pack that kind of stuff.
Oh, no.
Please don't pack that kind of stuff. Again, just simple, easy, like goldfish, man. Goldfish. Okay. Any questions about snacks? No. Cool. Okay. We'll talk a little bit about behavior and behavior management in class. Ruth and I are silly, we're loud, and we love to have fun, but we're also trying to teach them how to be respectful in a classroom. We also have a schedule ready for them, what we're going to do during the day, and that always runs more smooth when we don't have any real behavior problems. So everybody that has enrolled in here has filled out an application, and you guys have come in for your tours. You kind of understand how we roll. We don't normally have a problem, especially now with behavior. So the way that we handle any kind of behaviors, which, I mean, kids this age, we repeat ourselves all day long. So we know to expect that. We're used to that. We do have a behavior chart. We try not to use it. So really it only starts getting used when the same situation and the same behavior is continuing and they need something visual. And that usually helps. Every once in a while, I'm sure there's a kid that doesn't bother them, but for the most part, seeing their name move down to yellow, which really that's all that it is. It goes yellow, orange, red. And when they get on red, the only thing that happens is they don't get a sticker at the end of the day. We don't do timeouts because we don't deal with the kind of behavior that requires that. If they have enough of a problem with behavior that they need a timeout, then we're going to have a talk with mom and dad. They shouldn't have to worry about that. And like I said, we typically, we don't have that kind of issue. Honestly, the kids, when they see other kids doing what they're doing, they all pretty much know what's expected of them. And then if there is any kind of issue where buttons are trying to be pushed, they find out pretty quick how Ruth and I roll, and it's usually never a problem again. So, you know,
Always try it one time.
always try it one time. And you know, we, like I said, we're crazy and fun and loud, and you know, we love the kids to death. So we're not over here cracking whips or anything like that. We're just, you know,
Until we need to.
it's hopefully we don't. But that's pretty much how will handle behavior issues. So redirection, if it gets out of hand, behavior chart. If it continues to get out of hand, we'll talk to mom and dad. But usually it doesn't get to that. So they will learn, and we'll go over the class rules and expectations with them. Also, expectations for their peers, keeping our hands to ourselves, things like that in the very first week of school. So we'll talk about letters and numbers and stuff like that, but like we hardcore go through class rules in the first week, and that kind of stuff. So, and then through the rest of the year, we talk about it constantly. Either reading books or sitting down and talking about situations. As far as the kids having issues with each other, we try to stay out of that as much as possible by monitoring it, making sure nobody's physical or saying things they shouldn't be saying, things like that. And we like to let them try to resolve issues themselves if they can. If they come to us right away when they have a problem with somebody else, we will usually say, did you say something to them? Did you talk to them about it? So we also try to coach them on how to resolve issues themselves. And then by the end of the year, they're pros at it, which is great. So there's that. So let's see. Healthy behavior. We also talk about positive behavior things too. So when we go over behaviors in class, we don't just say, hey, don't do this and don't do that. And we talk about what are the things in class that we can do that are good behaviors, and you know, make sure that we get our sticker at the end of the day and things like that. We have this whole thing that's called above the line, below the line, and there are good behaviors, bad behaviors, and then out of line behaviors. And we talk about all of those behaviors so that they understand not just what they're not supposed to do, but how can I have a great day and make sure that I have friends who want to play with me, and, you know, get along with my teachers and have, you know, be able to learn because I'm having a positive attitude, things like that. So we definitely talk about good behaviors as well. As you all know too, we are an academic preschool, so we do work hard. The threes class is a lot more remedial, but we do work. And especially by the end of the year, when we see that they're ready for something more, you know, we will throw the kitchen sink at them as much as we can. So we have 2 recesses a day. The first one is after language arts. And then the other one is at the end of the day, which is a little bit longer. Wow, has it really it's almost been that
Yeah.
long? No, I don't want to upgrade. Thank you for asking though. But we work hard and then we go outside and they play hard.
Yeah.
And our recess, when the weather gets better, both of our recesses are outside too. So they're running and playing and getting their crazy outside. In the beginning of the year, the first recess is inside. That's mostly for me and Ruth. Because it's so hot. They don't care.
No, they don't.
So 2 recesses. And then the last one is usually 25 minutes. So it's a good amount of time. So let's see. The last thing I have on here is, well, I guess it's not really the last thing, but we are huge on communication. So if you ever have any questions or concerns, your kiddo comes home with a weird story or they're talking about Susie Q who said this or did that, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can do it on ProCare. You can text the phone numbers, you know, whatever's easiest for you, but please don't hesitate. We see pretty much everything, but we do miss things every once in a while. So just know that we are paying attention and you know, we're happy to answer any questions about anything that you guys have. We want you to be comfortable with your child here. That's very important to us. So we do take pictures and we do live videos. I will probably do a lot of that at the beginning of the year, just to kind of put your mind at ease, I guess, for the most part. But honestly, it gets super repetitive because we do the same stuff a lot. So it will start to filter out and I will stop taking as many pictures and doing live videos. And it'll probably be more for like interesting stuff that we don't do every day. So if you haven't seen pictures or videos in a while and you're wondering, don't hesitate to ask about it, but that's probably why. It's probably just, you know, we kind of did the same thing today that we do every day.
Mhm.
So if you're just concerned about, you know, if your kid's having fun, ask us. If they're having a hard time or they seem to be in a mood or, you know, upset or anything, we'll let you know that too. We'll let you know if something's going on in class because we will communicate that with you. We kind of already talked about separation anxiety. Again, out of sight, out of mind. I know it's hard. I had to deal with it as a parent. In fact, I started making other people drop my kids off. So they didn't do it for other people. They just do it. They usually do it for mom. So if that's an option to have somebody else drop them off, that's a great plan. Because it just makes it easier for everybody. Because I know how hard that is as mom. But again, coming in and giving extra hugs, even though that's what we want to do, it makes it harder. And I promise you, 99% of the time, as soon as you leave, they're fine.
Gone.
It's all for you. They love you so much. They like you better than they like us. Our feelings aren't hurt.
No.
We totally get it. But that's what it is. And like I said, if I have a kid that's upset at drop off, once we're good and we're calm, I'll snap a picture. Hey mom, we're doing good. No problems. And usually I don't even have to talk to mom again. But if the kiddo gets upset again, you know, I'll let you know if it's an issue or anything. Okay. So that's pretty much it.
Yep.
And I'm out of time and I have 5 minutes and 45 seconds left. So
Okay.
if you have any questions, now's the time.
I do. Yes, I have a
Good.
question. What, do you have like a toddler potty or like a thing that goes on the toilet?
There is a small seat that's attached to the toilet that, yeah, so it
Oh, yeah.
flips down. It'll be just fine for her little booty, I promise. And then we've got
Okay.
a stool. And in the beginning of the year, if she needs us to come in and kind of, help her to navigate the stool and everything, well, we're happy to do that.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah. That was my only question.
That was it. That was easy.
Yeah.
Won't let them fall in the
We
toilet.
won't let them fall in the toilet, I promise you. Well, not on purpose anyways. And in the threes class, in the first few weeks of school, we take regular potty breaks,
breaks.
especially before we go outside. Just to kind of, this is where the bathroom is, and
It's-
please make sure you do this before we go
It's
outside.
a habit we.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to try to get them in the habit. So definitely. This is from last year that I had everything written down that we wanted to talk about. So hopefully I didn't miss anything. But if I did, and anybody has any other questions after the meeting ends, feel free to text
Oh, yeah.
any questions. And I will, the meeting is recorded, so I will put that up on the Facebook page so that you can view it at any time.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do have
Yeah.
one question because I missed the first part. For first day of school drop off, I think my daughter will do fine. But because it's the first day, we can drop them off at the door, right? Or
Yeah, you'll always drop them off at the door. And I am glad you brought that back up because the first day, you guys come in, take pictures if you want.
Yeah.
The first day, we're like, yep, come in, see where they sit, help them inside, unless they don't want you to, but usually they do. But on the first day of school, we're totally fine with you guys coming in and taking pictures and making it a whole thing for them. Absolutely. But after that, we want you out of here.
yeah.
Love ya. Bye.
Have a good day. See you later. Good question. Thank you for bringing that back up.
Yes.
Anything else?
Oh, one more thing. One of the links on it's called the Amazon book list. Is that
Uh-huh.
something that I have to purchase all
No,
of
no,
them?
no.
Or
Those are
okay.
just links for, that's a good question too. Thank you. I did just put that post back up at the top of the page. So it's got all of the important links to it. So the paperwork that most of you have already filled out, that kind of stuff is on there. The school calendar, the handbook will always be on there. So if you ever need to refer to the handbook, you can click that link. And then the Amazon list that we have, one of them is like supplies and things like that. If you ever feel like you want to donate anything to the class, we've got stuff on the Amazon wish list, and you're more than welcome to go in and do that. In fact, for like Christmas and teacher appreciation and things like that, we like those kinds of things for the classroom and instead of like personal items and stuff. I mean, we'll accept whatever you want to bring in or whatever, but that's our go-to. So we have the main list, and then we have a book list for Amazon. So that'll be on there. If ever you want to do that and you can't find the link, just reach out and ask us. And I'll send you the link.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, we did it in time. I think we got kicked off last year. So I've got 1 minute and 50 seconds to spare. All right, guys. Well, we have our family fun day, the 27th. So hopefully everybody can show up for that. And that's just like pretty loosey-goosey. Show up and kind of talk to everybody, meet and play and whatever. But it's been fun the last few years. So hope you guys show up for that. All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Much.
Bye.
Bye.